Hello students, hope you all are doing well. So today's video is gonna about understanding fractions. So let's get started. Now in general, fraction is basically a part of a whole, and it is always written in terms of P over Q, where P and Q are or can be any natural number. For example, 3/5, 1/2, 4/9, etc. Now, as I've said, it is a part of a whole, where P is considered as a part and Q is considered as a whole. So, whole actually means the total parts. For example, we have a chocolate bar. And let's divide that into 5 equal parts. So this is what you called a whole. So there are total 5 parts, which is what you called as a whole. And if I just shade, or if I just have taken 3 out of 8, then we can write the fraction as 3 out of 5, which is also called as 3/5. So where 3 is your part and 5 is your whole. Now in fraction, your top number is also called as the numerator, and the bottom number, which is also called as a whole, is written as the denominator. Now say if we have a pizza, and let's divide that into 8 equal parts. Now if I ask you, or if I say that we need to top 2 of the slices of this pizza with cheese, so the fraction for the cheese topping would be 2 out of 8, because we have topped 2 of the slices with cheese and the total parts are 8. Same way, if we top 4 of the slices with tomatoes, then the fraction for the tomatoes topping would be 4 out of 8. Because we have topped 4 of the slices with tomatoes and the total parts are 8. So this is how we create or make fractions. Okay, now let's try some examples. In the first figure, if you can see, there are 4 equal parts and 2 out of them are shaded. So the fraction for the shaded part would be 2 out of 4. In the second one, there are, I hope you can count it, of course. So there are 8 equal parts and we have shaded 3 out of it. So the fraction would be, yes, I'm pretty sure you got it. So that's 3 out of 8. In the third example, now there are 6 equal parts and the shaded parts are 2. So the fraction would be 2 out of 6. And in the last one, there are 2 equal parts, or the 2 total equal parts, and 2 out of them are shaded. So the fraction would be 2 out of 2, which is also called as a 1. That is a whole. That means all the parts are shaded. Now let's discuss the different types of fractions. So the fractions are basically divided into or classified on the basis of numerator and denominator and on the basis of groups. Now there are basically 3 types of fractions which are classified on the basis of numerator and denominator. So which are proper fraction, improper fraction, and the third one are the mixed fraction. Now, as you know, fraction is always written in the form of P over Q. So, if we define the proper fraction, if your P is less than Q, then it's called a proper fraction. Or in other words, if your numerator is less than denominator, then it's a proper fraction. For example, 5/7. Since the top number or the numerator is smaller than the denominator, so it is proper fraction. You can write more example, say 1/2, 4/9, and so on. Now, improper fraction is exactly opposite of the proper fraction, of course. So, if your numerator or if your P is greater than Q or numerator is greater than the denominator, then it is improper fraction. For example, 11/5, 7/4, 20/11, and so on. The next is the mixed fractions. As the name says mixed, that means it is a combination of the whole and the proper fraction. For example, 3 and 1/8, 2 and 4/5, etc. Now, if I write the fraction in a mixed form like this, 5 and 8/4, or let me change it to 8/3. So this is not the actual form of the mixed fraction, because as I've said before that it is a combination of the whole and the proper fraction. Now if you can see in the fractional part is improper. So this is not the actual form of the mixed fraction. And that we'll discuss later, that how we can write the mixed fraction to improper and improper to mixed. Now we can convert mixed fractions to improper and improper to mixed without changing the values. Now that we'll discuss later how to convert them. Now we were discussing the types of fractions. So the classification of fractions on the basis of groups are like fraction and unlike fractions. Now I'm just writing the examples and you will automatically come to know what exactly are the like fractions. 3/11, 2/11, 7/11, 10/11, and so on. And for unlike, if I write 2/3, 3/7, 4/9, 5/11, and so on. Now as you can see, in the first type we have all the denominators same. So that's why these are called like fractions. So in general, like fractions are basically with the fractions with the same denominators or the like denominators. Whereas unlike fractions are the fractions which are having unlike denominators. Now we can consider one more type of fraction on the basis of group, and which is also called as like a equivalent fractions. Now as the name says again, equivalent. That means if two of the fractions or two or more fractions are having the same values, they are called the equivalent fraction. Say if we need to find the equivalent fraction for 2/3, we can write that as 6/9. Now how we get that? We multiplied both 2 and 3 or the numerator and denominator by the same number. Same way, you can find more equivalent fractions by multiplying these fractions by any of the equal numbers or the same numbers. Say 6 times 4 and 9 times 4. So that would be 24 over 36. So 2/3, 6, 9, 24 over 36, all these are equivalent fractions. Now let's try out some problems on identifying proper, improper, and mixed fractions. Okay, now in the first one, since your top number or numerator is smaller than the denominator, so this would be a proper fraction. In the second one, your top number is greater than the bottom number or numerator is greater than the the denominator, so it would be an improper fraction. (11, 18). Now in this fraction, your top number is smaller than the bottom number, so of course it would be a proper fraction. In the fourth example, since we have two parts, whole and the fractional part, and of course it's a proper fraction, so this would be a mixed fraction. And in the fifth example, since the top number is greater than the bottom number, so yes, that would be a improper fraction. And the last one, again we have like a two parts, the whole and the proper fractional part, so this would be a mixed fraction. Now let's try out some examples on identifying like and unlike fractions. I hope you found these all more easier to identify because you just need to identify with the denominators. So in the first one, since all the denominators are same, so definitely it would be a like fractions. In the second one, since the denominators are different or unlike, so these are unlike fractions. In the third one, again, the denominators are same, so of course these would be like fractions. And in the last one, all the denominators are different, so these would be considered as unlike fractions. So today we have learned about understanding of fractions and its types. So in our next video, we'll be learning more about fractions. I hope watching this video was a learning experience for you. For more math videos, do not forget to like and share these videos with your friends. And do subscribe to my channel for more math videos.